Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sex News. I'm your host, William Whitecoat, and tonight I would like to discuss an age-old question. Stripping. It's beautiful, but is it art? This is the question posed to the state of New York recently when the owner of Nite Moves, a non-alcohol serving strip club in Latham, New York, appealed a decision by the state's tax court that claimed the club owed over $125,000 in unpaid taxes on its cover charges and lap dance fees. In defense of his refusal to pay these taxes, the owner of the club claimed that the performances offered there are tax exempt. Why? Because they're art. To back up his claim, the defendant secured the testimony of an unnamed female anthropologist who, after visiting the club, declared that, and I quote, "The presentations at Nite Moves are unequivocally live, dramatic performances." In other words, stripping is a lot like ballet. But, as I'm sure you can guess, the state was not impressed by this argument and swiftly denied the club's move to appeal, citing numerous state tax laws and the fact that none of the strippers employed at this club had received any formal training in dance, and therefore could not be considered true artists. This, however, brings up an interesting question. What makes an artist an artist? Is it the fact that they produce art, or is it, as the state of New York has decided, merely a matter of earning a college degree from an art school? It seems that this definition of art is more or less equivalent to charging self-trained artists with painting without a license. For example, according to this definition, the act of writing a novel is only an art form if you have a degree in creative writing. But what about things like comic books? Comics are not typically considered an art, but you can earn a BFA or an MFA in sequential art, aka comics, from several art schools. For example, the Savannah College of Art and Design, which is the largest art school in the world. Does this make comic books a form of art? And more to the point, what about exotic dance, aka stripping? What if Nite Moves were to close down and reopen with only classically trained dancers performing ballet in the nude? Would that be considered art? Is there any other variation of the act of undressing in front of an audience that could possibly qualify as artistic? And if not, what separates stripping from films, plays, or paintings that involve nudity? I would be very interested to hear the opinions of others on this matter. So please, inform me of your thoughts in a comment or a video response. Well, that's it for this edition of Sex News. Until next time, please remember to refrain from producing any illegal works of art.